Yo, what's going on, Madden Community? Collision Works here with another gameplay video for you all, gentlemen. Today we are going over our first ladders match of the recent Most Feared event. This is weekend 1. I know I showed you guys the comeback in our recent gameplay video, but this is actually our first game of the tournament going up against Skins. Really good, well-known player in our community. As you see here, I'm getting absolutely stuffed here to try and start off the game with the running attack. I've been trying to mix in the run a little more with U-trips, but honestly been struggling with it a lot on all Madden. I think what I need to do to try and combat it is just get more guards with speed. I know the Steelers have somebody that I'll probably try out, and then I have the new Cardinals left tackle. I know he's got some decent speed for this time of the year, so I might try and put him at guard and mix that in and see what we can do. But as you see, coming out in a lot of man-to-man to start this game off, him on defense. He's running the 3-4 odd with DBs at linebacker that we talked about in our recent video earlier today. And, you know, at the start of this game, it was definitely giving me problems, but one really good thing about U-trips is the ability to block your tight end if you're really struggling against a blitz. You know, what's so hard about the 3-4 odd blitz is pressure can really come from any gap. It's kind of an inconsistent blitz, but really good in that manner as we're hitting him with our stutter curl setup. Luckily, he came out to cover 3 cloud there. I was noticing he was having some zone, so thought I'd try out our crosser there. But like I was saying, he's coming out in the 3-4 odd, and you know, with this defense, I'm typically going to try and block my tight end more than my running back. Also with the 6-1, I'm going to do that, which you guys saw a lot in our recent video that we posted yesterday, or recent gameplay, I should say. You know, so really good to have that option on offense in case you're struggling picking up anything. You can always block your tight end, and I like to slide opposite if I'm really struggling against pressure. But you know, we have that going for us. And with the touchdown we just scored a moment ago with stutter curl, it's so nice to have, you know, that crosser route this early in the game. What's so dope about U-trips is the ability to have your tight end on a whip route and a crosser. Typically, you know, you need somebody in the slot to get that whip route, that zig route. And for tight ends, usually you need a slot or a tight end apprentice to get a crosser. So it's really cool that this offense supplies those. It's really good for the early part of the year when you just don't have hot route abilities on tight ends. So really nice to be able to make up for it as we get a huge stop here on 4th down against a RPO. One of the things I've been doing against RPOs is, I think a lot of people are catching on to this as well, but if you guys don't know, if you're struggling against RPO runs, if you man up your user to the running back, the offensive line in RPO run plays have a harder time recognizing you as a blitzer, and against certain RPOs, and depending on where you're positioning your user on defense, you can really get through extremely easily. It's really good for this new gun type RPO that I think Drini and Dez and Henry ran a lot during the recent live event, so really good to combat that. So that's what we've been doing. In this game, I was running a lot of big nickel, and honestly, I think it may have been my downfall, but I didn't really feel too comfortable running my 3-3 against Skins, and I just decided just to play more coverage this game. It may have been my downfall here as we try and take off with Vic, and you know, we try to slide. I've honestly been having such a hard time using mobile quarterbacks this year because for some reason this year it seems like more than others, when I try and slide past the line of scrimmage, he's actually throwing the football to the X receiver rather than sliding. So it's been a little weird. I'm trying to get my timing down this year with mobile quarterbacks, but luckily Devontae Smith is able to pick it up for us and keep our drive alive as we're coming out and scat here. It seems I'm probably going to flip or motion somebody on this play here. Usually this is going to be a run if I'm going to block that receiver. And that's what we do here, just to go ahead and take our points, I'm assuming. Try and burn up his timeout before half. Looking back, probably not the best play call. Probably should have went for 7. But again, coming back out here, he's looking for a bomb deep over the top, but we get pressure just in time. I assume he's going to come back out in that same bomb, so I put a deep half over there and try and prep for it. And surprisingly, he actually did carry out and go with the bomb again. He's looking deep, and he chunks it right into coverage. Blunt. And we just get absolutely mossed. So disappointing right before half to have that type of play given up on us when I really felt like we guarded it really well as he's taken off with Vic. I don't know what my user's doing there. I'm looking like a fool, and he's just walking in for 7. So that was pretty frustrating, honestly, if I'm going to be completely transparent with you all, as we pass commit and we just can't catch up with Bo Jackson because of it. This part was pretty tilting for me. I really don't know why this event I got so frustrated. I don't know if it was just because of you know, the lack of practice I had or what, but honestly, this event so far has been pretty tilting, and I think our record has really been impacted by not having our head in the game like we know we should. But fortunately enough for us, we have this coming weekend to keep playing and resurrect our record. Currently we're 7-5, which I mentioned it in our recent gameplay video. It's just not at all up to my standard. You know, when I make videos for you guys and try and show you guys how to, you know, put these offenses and defenses together, I really think about that when I go into these tournaments. You know, I always try and run them as, you know, professionally as I can, and make sure I'm being patient and really reading and taking what the defense gives me. As right here, I tried to do a double slant to try and get his user to peel back on B. Probably should have just tried to take off and throw it away there, but I kind of get locked in, and really just a bad play by me as I'm trying to hit Tyreek Hill on the corner. I thought I had him in bounds, and right there I'm kind of putting my hand up in the air celebrating, but we actually get him on an incompletion. So that was pretty frustrating. Is right here. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I really don't know. Like I said, this is probably just tilt going on here as to why I'm making such a careless decision, but we're able to lock in there on 4th down and sling it right down the middle to Shannon Sharp. One of my favorite cards this year, along with the Chad Johnson, is he's hitting Bo Jackson on the streak, and I'm trying to get a strip. It's always really important this year to try and get a strip animation. If you see one of your guys is struggling to bring him down, that's usually when you're going to get your fumbles this year, which I think is pretty cool. Sometimes, you know, as he's hitting the 4 verticals here at a bunch. One thing I've learned this year is for these bunch players, I feel like this year I've really tried to learn everything possible about what people tend to do. If you're running zone against trips or bunch, you just know 4 verticals is coming, and just play man coverage in the red zone, as we're able to get right over top of Cameron Curl, or actually Joey Porter, there to hit Devontae Smith on the crosser. His crossers are really, really good this year at beating man coverage, and we're able to get right over the top as we're hitting Tyreek Hill on the zig route going towards the sideline. And yeah, I mean, U-trips can get it done against man coverage. You know, U-trips isn't the best play, or best formation rather, to bomb and have a real high-powered deep attack offense, but you can really take advantage. We're trying to hit Calvin here late in the 4th, trying to stay in bounds, but unfortunately goes incomplete as I'm coming back out and stutter curl, and I put the crosser in tandem with the post to try and get that user down the middle. We can hit Tyreek Hill, but I make the crucial mistake of scoring there. Right as I score, you guys see I'm staring at the field goal menu because I know I made such a crucial mistake giving Skins the ball back, and honestly, you know, that's just a rookie mistake, man. Playing competitively, really trying to get something going, as he throws it up top to Hyatt, and we drop the pick with Ray Lewis. And it's 2 drop picks on those bomb plays, but we know we're close to ending this game. I have deep zones all over the field here. It's my objective to play underneath, and I give up the slant, and he just gets easy about 15 yards on that play off a simple drag. And right here, I come out with the cover 2 shell on the right side of the field, and he just takes full advantage. I thought I had my match on so that soft squat would play vertical, but I actually think I had a zone drop on my hook, which nullified it and canceled it out. So there's a huge bummer. And then with 14 seconds to go, I assume it's going to be some type of cover 2 man here. So what I try and do is I just try to streak and fade my outside receiver, try and streak my slot receiver here to pull over the deep zone and try and get Calvin over the top here. And I'm stepping back, and I see that I actually have him beat, but I turn on and I step back a little bit just to try and shake off the DB. And I absolutely just choke the biggest catch of the game, as I'm like, just look how messy this game ends here. My routes are running into each other. I'm trying to find somebody open, and I'm trying to hit a bomb to end it, and we just absolutely throw this game away. Unfortunate way to end it, man, but it happens. Really, really good player, and just, you know, mistakes we can learn from, learning clock management. But gentlemen, that's going to be it for the video. Expect a guide soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much for the support. Thanks for watching. See you boys in the next one. Peace.